Episode 6, it's the first MAFS dinner party. And of course, the episode is mainly focused on good old innocent Tim. Poor Tim. Tim that's made all the effort in the world. He's done nothing wrong, the poor guy. Everyone wants to just pick on Tim for no reason. It's all Katie's fault. That's sarcasm, by the way. Okay, so Tim, I don't know what is going on in his mind. He has gone into this dinner party. The first thing he does is he expects Katie to approach him first. He wasn't going to approach her. He's like, oh, I really expect her to come up to me. And when she does, he's like, oh, you've gone up in my book.
You've definitely gone up in my book.
Geez, you could have said hi to her. So if she didn't say hi to him because she's nervous, then what? That would make her the bad person? Anyway, so he refuses to take the first move, right? He wants her to do the first move. And then he's like deflecting throughout the night. You know, anyone who comes up and says anything about the relationship, he's changing the subject. He does not want to bar it. He doesn't want to dive into it because you know what? He knows. He knows. He knows he's done a stupid thing. You know, he's gone on national TV and told the bride that he's matched with that, you know, you ain't a young blonde. We didn't say young. I won't put that out there, but you're not a short, blonde, petite, maybe even brunette girl. So because he's put that on national TV, and I think it's finally clicking that, you know, you're in the wrong, he's now having to change his narrative. So everyone's coming at him, asking him, you know, hey, Tim, you know, what's the deal? Why don't you like Katie, you know? And then he's like, oh, I don't have a spark. They're like, well, it has to be more than just that, you know? You could just work on the spark and see if it leads anywhere. He knows it's not going to lead anywhere because he's not attracted to her. And he doesn't want to say that because as soon as he says that, as soon as he puts those words out there, he can't come back. He knows he's the guy who's judged superficially. So he can't do that. So then he's like, oh, you know, we don't have anything in common. Okay. Have you tried? Oh, apparently he did try. Apparently he's done all the work.
I've been the one making most of the effort.
So he's getting grilled by everybody at the table, you know. Why don't you like Katie? What's the big deal, you know? Why aren't you getting to know her? Why aren't you trying? And, you know, he's just trying to deflect and not worry about it. And then he's not saying the reason why. And Katie then brings up, oh, you know, what about the other thing? You know, you did say that you wanted a petite blonde. He didn't like that. As soon as she brought that up, he shut down. He's like, I'm not talking anymore. He knows. He knows he screwed up by doing that. So then after that point, he decides to flip the whole thing. So he is so disappointed now. He's so disappointed that Katie, she didn't back him.
That Katie would back me up.
She wasn't in the corner because you know what? You know what, Katie? He'd never do that to you.
Because I wouldn't have done that to you.
He'd never do that to you. Of course not. Of course not. If that roles were reversed, you'd never do that, Tim. Then he claims Katie never took the effort to get to know him. And that he has put in so much effort and he's tried his hardest to make this relationship work.
I haven't wanted to get to know me at all.
So he's saying like he's trying to communicate that, you know, and he says to her, oh, you know, out of the two of us,
Out of both of
who do you
us,
think's been honest here?
who's been the most
Who do
honest?
you think, Katie? He says this to her. Who do you think's trying to communicate out of the two of us? Like, she's putting her into this awkward position. You can tell the girl, she's not good with conflict. You can tell she's nervous. And, like, he's put her into this position where she's like, she's starting to shut down. She's starting to feel bad. Like, he's making her feel so guilty that, you know, she's put him in this position, that he's tried his hardest, that it has nothing to do with the fact that he's not attracted to her. And now she's feeling guilty. She's like, oh, yeah, I mean, maybe I didn't communicate the way you would have wanted.
Maybe
you know,
not in the way that you've expected me.
This is her mind. Like, he's playing games with her mind because she's like, yeah, I did actually communicate with you. But she says it in a way, like, she's very, you know, but I did try.
But I have been trying.
Tim, I did try. Like, she's tearing up. She's upset. And he's like, no, you didn't. And she's like, oh, well, maybe I didn't do it the way, you know, you expected. And he's like, yeah, exactly. As soon as she said that, the door was open. He knew he had it. He knew. Once she admitted that maybe she didn't do it the way, you know, he would have liked, then, yep, that's it, Katie. That's the reason why we're not working, because of you. It's your fault. I've tried my hardest. I can't do any more. I'm out. Like, you know, it's all your fault, Katie. It's all your fault. It has nothing to do with your looks. It's all because you didn't want to communicate with me.
So that just betrayed my trust.
She will not admit at the end of the day, he's not attracted to Katie. He doesn't like Katie. And he will not be happy unless he's with someone that he's physically attracted to. He doesn't care about her personality. I'd like to quiz him to see how much he knows about her. Apparently, he knows everything about Katie. He's asked her every question there is to ask, according to Tim. He knows everything he needs to know about Katie. Katie doesn't know anything about him, apparently. She never tried. Apparently, she never once tried. And he did all the work. I mean, okay, Tim. What's Katie's favourite colour? Let's answer that one. Can you answer that one? Do you know that one? I don't know.
Are you serious?
I just feel so sorry for Katie because you could see she was tearing up. She even apologised to him, saying, oh, I don't have much experience in this. I have to work on this. She's feeling so bad because she feels like she's thrown him in the deep end. She even went out of her way. Like, before all the drama, she had come into the dinner party and she had told everyone, hey, guys, can you rally around him and support him?
I just want to rally and
didn't
support
want
him
to get any kind of heat. And here he is saying she threw him under the bus. That's the difference between Katie and Tim. Katie is this beautiful, kind-hearted girl. She's doing her best. She's been matched with a guy who doesn't give a shit at all. I think he was eyeballing Lauren from across the table thinking, oh yeah, Elliot's not here. Yeah, maybe I can get in, eh? Maybe I can have a go at her. That's what I think he was thinking. So, I feel so bad for Katie. She deserves so much more. She deserved to be matched with a guy who, would have given her the time of day. This guy isn't. This so-called teacher needs to learn a few lessons himself. And yeah, I feel bad for Katie, and I hope she's okay. And I hope she's watching this, realizing what he did. Because you know what, Katie, you weren't the one that should have apologized. You weren't the one that should have apologized. No. Tim should have apologized. Humiliating you on national TV. He should be the one apologizing.
My trust has been broken.
So let me know, do you think that Katie did no effort at all? Do you think Tim, he put in all the effort? And if it wasn't for Katie not putting in effort, that maybe they would actually have worked out? That it had nothing to do with her looks? I don't believe it, but let me know if you guys have a difference of opinion. I feel like you won't. But if there's anyone that does, let me know. I'd like to hear a different opinion. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I can't wait for the next one because the next one is the photo ranking challenge, and I do like that one quite a lot because that's when you see what people are actually attracted to. And if Tim does it, well, I have some theories on who would be on top. No offense to Katie. She deserves to be on top. Okay, Katie, you deserve to be on top. Tim is an ass. Simple as that. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.